guys. So, welcome to another episode of Mike's TOWNSQUARE. I just wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind, and that's heroes and heroism. I think there's a lack of heroes in Nigeria, and it's pretty shameful. I wanted to talk about this because growing up, we used to have heroes. You know, one springs up to my mind. Fella was a hero. We had Gani, hero. I had a couple of them, and they started pretty young. But these days, I don't know. We don't have a lot of young people who are heroes. All we have are materialistic young men and women, and that is pretty bad, if not shameful. The country is going to hell, if I use the word. I see Trump use that word a lot. Something is going to hell. Well, the country is going to hell. And nobody's talking about it. Instead of talking about it, everybody's playing tribalism. Now, I think what I found out is that Nigerians seem to think that tribalism is just, and you cannot on one hand say, like when you see people complain about racism like in Europe or the US, the tribalism is just a cousin of what you call it, racism. Now, because there's a lack of heroes, everybody is just quiet and suffering and smiling, which was one of Fella's greatest hits. I see his son trying to share one, but well, we'll see. He seems to be crying. That's shouting out loud, but hopefully he's young. We need young people like that to cry. But there are no heroes anymore. The idea that, when I see people acting like things are okay and they are not, I get confused. There was a time in this country where President Obasanjo wiped out all our debts, and it was less than 3 million. I think it was even zero when he left. We were, for years, there was nothing like debt. We weren't even thinking about that. Now, the level of money we're owing is so much, and people are dancing and thinking things are all right. And people are talking about, it's looking like, my man, the government that they put out in this state looks like they're going to be there forever. How did we get here? How did we get to where we are swimming in debt? Because I don't see how a debtor will become rich tomorrow. The debtor is literally a poor man, and a poor man for a very long time. How the hell are we celebrating mediocrity, celebrating being poor, and clapping our hands and wishing well to the people who are putting us in this state? Obasanjo is still alive. It was a beautiful time to be in Nigeria. But then we didn't even know it was great. Now we know we're in hell. Where are the heroes who are crying out against that? Where are the Gen X's? I don't even want to go to the baby boomers. The Gen X's, we saw heroes. Maybe the millennials didn't see. Okay, can I tell you something? The only hero I'm actually seeing now is VDM. The other guy, what's his name? What's his name that does comedy skits? Macaroni. Tried to be a hero, they bullied him, and nobody was sympathetic to that young man during the NSAS problem. I wanted to look at Kenneth Okonkwo and Shawari as heroes, but they don't understand them. 1 minute, you you cannot fight everybody. You have to align yourself with somebody. There has to be somebody that you agree with in their vision. Or else you can never get into the system to effect positive change. So in particular, he confuses me more. I had hopes on him being somebody who can. You have to get into the system. At some point, you're talking about coalition now, you're outside the system. How can you be outside the system? You need to get into the system so that you can affect change. What are you doing outside the system? There's only a millennial that is actually crying up and down. Deji, I don't get either. The lawyer. You guys need to get into this thing so that we can. You already have national limelight. What are you waiting for? You can't always be outside the game. Find out what you need to do and learn what they're doing. So that we can see this change you can affect. Let's know your ideology. What do you believe in? We need heroes. Our ladies, where are you? We need heroes in this country. Today you're attacking a bit, tomorrow you're attacking this. Who do you now align with? You have to align with some people. You have to form coalitions. Nigeria is huge. One person can't do it. We need little heroes in little places. You guys need to wake up. The country is going to hell. Anyway, please, we need heroes. The earlier we can start finding our heroes, the earlier we can start getting this country back on track. I'll keep shouting this until somebody gets up, or people get up, especially the Gen X's. You guys are disappointing us. Like you're not part of this country. You have a little money in your bank account, you feel your life you're okay. Everybody's fixing their country. What are you doing to fix yours? Enough with the hubris. Pocket your hubris and let's go. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm pretty worked up about. Not worked up. I'm just not angry either. I just don't get it. Where are all of them? Where are our heroes? We need heroes now. Alright guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm pretty... Oh, it's too bad. Niger? Oh wow, I'm tired. See you guys on the next one.